What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Flex Money back with another video, and today we got Mind the Game. We got the Austin Reaves interview, LeBron James and Steve Nash. Mind the Game. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put my Twitch. I ain't gonna lie. What the hell is this? What the hell? Besides the point, I'm gonna put my Twitch and my TikTok in the link down below, so make sure you go follow those social medias. You feel me? And yeah, man, I will be live on Twitch later, so I'm gonna post it before I go live on Twitch. I will be live on Twitch later, so around like 7 p.m. Eastern. It's 5:47 right now, so I'll be live in like an hour and some change. You feel me? But there's an off stream vid, but we're gonna do more reactions on cam. On stream. So enough yapping. Let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. Let's get it. This shit about to be funny as hell.
Oh my God. Why do you think you weren't a first round pick? Like, do you think in your heart at the time? Well,
you know why?
I'm not allowed to say
that.
Okay.
I know why. You know how that shit is.
And I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
Because they look at the judge a book by its cover.
You look at me now and you're still like, you can't play basketball.
Detroit, backstory, don't draft me. Give us the content. Give us the whole story. I'm gonna get right on to it, man.
I'm standing in the corner and I forgot who it was.
Hey, that's an hour bit, but I'm gonna probably do a part 1, part 2.
And I was like, I'm not gonna touch the ball, but if I do, it's going in.
We're gonna bring out a couple plays, just a couple things. Get the fans like your
let's go.
perspective on just things you're able to do.
Let's start with why is Braun even in the game right now? It's over. I remember he posted that after the game. My followers went from like,
I'm gonna leave my camera right here for this.
I'm sorry, man. Your phone died.
I know that shit. No, broken. I want to shove my nose so bad. Alright, let's go. Let's skip a little. Let's skip a little.
This episode is at clock
20. Let me see that. I'm gonna just open it. I
think Reaves drank water.
No, it's up to you.
I don't drink.
I only seen clips.
Nope.
Never have?
Nope.
So this is my golf.
Yeah.
I'm gonna scratch golf for you.
I'm a plus 20.
This is me right here. This is me right here. I'm with the pros.
So we are rolling?
Yeah. I mean, we're already rolling. I'm gonna get right on to it. AR, welcome AR to Martin. Oh my God.
Appreciate you,
Let's
go. Appreciate you.
I think we should get right to it. Detroit, backstory, don't draft me. Give us the content. Give us the whole story. I'm gonna get right on to it, man.
Here we go.
So my agents, Reggie back there, they set up a plan, and the plan was, we knew LA had a two-way open.
Austin Reaves was not drafted, boy. I'm not gonna pause a lot in this, but Austin Reaves was not drafted. Y'all think he gonna be a top 5 best undrafted player? I think he is. So he might become one of the best. He probably could be better than Ben Wallace.
And knew it was a situation to where I could possibly step in, get a contract, because I don't know how many guys were actually under contract at that time. There was a lot of free agents, a lot of signings to be done, and we knew that going in. They called it 42, and they came up to me, and it's every kid's dream of hearing their name called on draft night, and I'm no different. But it came down to sticking to a plan, and that's what we did. And it sucked to not hear my name called, but obviously putting ourselves in a good position was much more important.
But there has to be more to it. Like it was for a two-way, with the Lakers.
Yeah.
Which became obviously before the season you got a deal, but I mean you could have got a two-way deal from any of those teams. Why the Lakers? Why were you? That was the place I need to go.
Yeah, I mean. They have a bunch of analytics guys that were, grading teams by, grade 1, 2, 3, whatever it was, and the Lakers. I think it was Lakers, Bucks, maybe one other team that was like tier 1, like best possible fit. And
your agent.
And they getting a ring this year.
With the analytics.
Them two getting a ring. So they win a chip together.
Kind of dove into that and listened to that, and then. On another note, like we talked about, there was nobody. I think there was maybe like 4 or 5 guys under contract at the time, because they ended up having to sign like 7 guys, and then knowing that there was going to be a possibility to snag that.
Hey, I said don't look at me crazy, bro.
13th, 14th roster spot, and then on top of that,
delusional.
Him.
The whole time
IQ
I'm really
level.
not be delusional.
I feel like I have a pretty good IQ, to the game, and felt like, that was one way that I could get in my foot in the door was to, lean on that and lean on, just knowing the game of basketball, and that's what he does.
When was the first time you saw him play? Like not like in person, or was it in college, or?
I had never seen him play up until the point that we drafted him, and but once not drafted him, but signed him after the fact, and I went back and watched a lot of his Wichita State highlights and games, and then a lot of his Oklahoma highlights and games as well. The first thing I noticed, it's kind of funny, we always talk about this, he didn't play like a white boy. It was very good. His
he didn't play like a white boy.
I mean, I grew up in Northeast Ohio, so I know white guys playing like white guys and white guys playing like the brothers.
Right.
And what I could see in his game is that he had a lot of wiggle to his game. And that was one of the things that, quite frankly, we were missing. We didn't have.
Yeah.
I thought that his game would translate to us, his ability to crack the seams.
When Bron said he white, but play like a black dude in there.
Ability to
like
get into the paint, and him playing, even though their team wasn't as good at Oklahoma, his game kind of it showed a pro, and that's what I saw early on. So as soon as
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, go to Austin. I seen some Austin Reaves college highlights, but I think it was nice in college, gang. It was nice. How much they average in college? I got. But bro was nice in college, bro. Bro, these GMs, bro, be blonde. Like they be worrying about that other shit, bro. Bro, I don't know what the fuck they be looking at, but they be smoking on some good dopey.
Kind of made it a point to kind of.
Hey, they'll see a player drop average 30 and still won't draft him. Like
kind of force something into him, maybe even before he
be the most highest average.
Push that belief.
Well, not averaging 30 in college would be crazy.
And,
you definitely get drafted.
That I was kind of on like
RJ
pretty much
Davis
from day one, because I felt like we needed that, as far as we didn't possess that consistently, but also I saw him in game too, and I really thought that it could translate to the big leagues.
Do you remember a moment where Bron said something to you, or just like a feeling of connecting with him early, where you're like, oh, he really believes in me?
Well, damn sure wasn't the game in Brooklyn, I'll tell you that. That clip, we gotta make sure we clip that.
No, that was it wasn't even my fault. That's another story. But no, it always goes back to when he had his mini camp in I think it was Vegas that year.
Before your rookie
this was before I was under contract, and it was crazy because I think it was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We came back Sunday, and it was like Wednesday, and I didn't even know if I was going yet. And one of my friends back home was getting married that weekend too, so I was about to buy a flight to go back home. Got the invite, obviously told my friend like, hey, I can't say
There's
no.
levels to this shit.
Yeah. So we get in the gym, and I think we got to playing like 3-on-3 or something. Got a couple buckets, and then drove downhill, ate, and I thought I had a layup, and then AD come out of nowhere, and I was like, oh fuck. And late second, kind of like behind the back pass to him, he come down the lane, dunked it. And then it was just from then on out, like they were like, you're good, like just be yourself. Him and AD, then I've given them, all the credit I can give them, just to, from day one of being like, hey, you don't have to be you, like on the court, off the court, whatever it is, just be you.
It's powerful, right?
No, for sure, especially coming from good players.
Yeah, I had this experience to sidebar to my experiences, but Kevin Johnson was our point guard in Phoenix my rookie year. And I mean, I grew up watching this guy play, and he was a walking 20 and 10. And like one day he grabbed me, was like in the locker room, was like, you're as good as any guard I've ever played against. And I wasn't even playing.
Yeah.
It's just from practice floor, watching, playing, competing. And I was like kind of, you know what I mean? You're taken aback a little bit.
Wait, when
and he's like, no, you're as good as anyone I've played against. And I was like, that gives you so much confidence that, because I think we have similar kind of coming from places we're not supposed to come from to play in the NBA.
Yep.
And so for someone who's been there, done that, and has the things that like we don't have, like his explosiveness and speed and things like that, to hear the guys that have done it say it to you really can give you a lot of belief. Did you feel like that launched you a little more to like just be like, let loose, relax, and
for
play?
sure. I mean, like you said,
Well, yeah.
not the most explosive person in the world.
Definitely, for
very jealous of
sure.
people like that, but. It's just I feel like this whole game is a lot of confidence and IQ. When you know the game and you have high confidence, I feel like you can do a lot of things. And that it wasn't just him and AD. We had Melo, Russ, Rondo. Like I leaned on Rondo a lot. My rookie
That's
year.
a hell of a veteran.
Yeah, so I had probably the best people that you could talk to possible. And I'm a questioner.
Rondo, man.
I remember I told Rondo, I was like, yo, if I ask you too many questions, you can tell me to shut the hell up. I don't care.
He loves questions.
Yeah, so every time we would be in practice, there's something would happen, and I would go over to him, or I'd always be standing by him and just be like, what did you see here? What did you see there? But yeah, just the confidence that they had in me, the whole group from day one, just like you said, catapulted me to continue to be better.
So Rondo's like as advertised, like a thinker.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
for
amazing.
sure.
Yeah.
I had to carry a chessboard around for him.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever play with him?
Yeah.
Did you ever play with him?
No, I never played him. I started playing chess a lot my rookie year, and I got decent, but I still was a little nervous to play him because I felt like he would be nice.
I'm not cheesing
so I never played him, but
I forgot you used to carry a chessboard.
I'm just cheesing because of what they
I remember
was
I
talking about.
bought it
Shit
in
was funny.
Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So crazy detail. When did you start hooping? Because I know you played baseball.
No.
Right?
Yeah, I kind of always
messed around.
played. Yeah, I mean, my mom and dad both played. Brother plays overseas.
Both played in college, right?
Both, yeah, they played at Arkansas State. That's where they met.
Arkansas.
Where's your brother playing
Oh,
college?
he said Arkansas.
He played at Central Missouri, Division II school.
Yeah.
He was just small. He was a two guard that was too small to play. He could have played at a small Division I, but you see a white kid that's not very athletic. He could shoot the shit out of it. But I kind of always played, but baseball was the one that everybody wanted me to play. My dad told me I think it was going into my 7th grade year. He said I needed to pick baseball or basketball to try to get my school paid for. Because that's at that point that's all we're thinking about. And I'm probably 5 foot, 95 pounds.
Yeah.
And,
What position did you play in baseball?
Shortstop. Yeah, I played a lot of short, and then I pitched a little, which I didn't like pitching. But we had a summer basketball camp, and I moved up 2 grades and played with my brother, and we was beating teams by 30.
We ain't editing nothing.
Much faster.
I'll be back.
Baseball's kind of
20
slow.
seconds.
So I went back to my dad, and I was like, I want to play basketball. And he was like, you're fucking stupid. I was like, damn. But he was like, obviously, you got my support.
Were you killing it in baseball?
I was solid. Yeah.
You was probably trending higher in baseball than he thought.
He thought
he was
he thought I was a better.
He also
better
saw the
baseball player,
metrics,
for sure.
skinny white boy.
Yeah. I was small. I mean, I didn't grow until my junior year of high school. So at the time, I understand why. But, he told me that. My best friend's dad, which was our baseball coach. I remember we were driving home. He was taking me home, and I told him I was quitting baseball, and he told me that basketball wasn't going to work out. And I was like, well, we'll see.
I got some similar stories in my background about that. My dad's from the UK, played semi-pro soccer, but he was great about it. When I was like, I'm not going to play soccer anymore. I play basketball. He like bit his tongue.
Yeah,
he was like,
my dad did
do what
that
you
for
want
the
to do.
first
It's
time.
great. Yeah, he's like, do what you want to do. It's great. But you could tell inside he was. He was like, damn, that hurts. That hurts. But I want to hear more about your brother, because I read, I do a little bit of research, right?
Yes.
But your brother had a big influence on saying, like, come hoop with me. Like, I see something in you. Tell me a little bit about that.
How many years older? Two.
2 years older.
Which I was supposed to be 3 grades younger, because I graduated high school at 17. My mom started me early so I could play 2 years with him. So I moved up my freshman year and then played with him again my 10th grade year. But yeah, he fell in love with basketball when he was probably in 7th grade. Quit everything. He was a gym rat. He'd go to the gym every night. Like, we're a town of 1,000 people.
Brother, man.
He's probably 12, 13 years old, driving to the gym. which probably isn't legal, but yeah, so
Probably illegal.
That's
I
amazing.
don't think so, but that's another story.
I've never been to
you can do that in
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Yeah. You know.
But yeah, no, he fell in love with it, and I was kind of still in the fringe of baseball. Like I still love baseball, and probably going into my like 8th grade year, I think he'd seen that, you know, I had ability, and I remember there was nights that he'd be going to the gym, you know, 7, 8 o'clock at night, and he'd be like, "You want to go?" And I was like, "Not really." And he'd be like, "You're coming anyway." Like I had no choice.
Yeah.
And he'd drag me out of the house. We'd go shoot for, you know, a couple hours, and then he'd just beat me really bad one-on-one. I think that it was a confidence builder for him, just wearing me out all the time. But yeah, he's probably the biggest basketball influence in my life. You know, he instilled work ethic. He would always, you know, sit me down and be like, "Yo, like, you're from Newark, Arkansas, the town of 1,000 people. You're gonna have to do more than everybody else. Like, it's not gonna be easy." Like that even it went to college.
Yes, sir.
I remember going into maybe my senior year or junior year at Oklahoma. He pulled me to the side. We were working out, and he was like, "What do you want to do with this? Like, do you want to just play overseas?" He was like, "You can go play overseas right now." He was like, "You don't have to get any better." He was like, "You can go make some good money, play overseas." And he was like, "There's nothing wrong with that, but if you want to, you know, be an NBA player, you got to do more." And so I did more.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
I have similar people in my life that had the same. Similar conversations with me, but is he still hooping? He's 29 now?
Yeah, he's 29. He plays in Germany. Yeah, he's doing well. He started in Spain, I think probably 8 years ago now, making nothing. Yeah. Grinded his way to the top division in Germany, and just, you know, he loves it. So, you know, I don't know how many more years he'll play, but yeah, he's a basketball fanatic.
Does he still like mentor you? Like, does he still like watch your games and say like, "Hey"?
He watches every game, and I'm probably not the easiest to talk to sometimes.
Well, who win now? Who win?
If I'm going through a rough shooting stretch,
probably still be
which he can shoot the ball better than, you know, 99% of the people I've ever met. So he does know. And he probably knows me better than I know myself. So he'll text me and be like, "Move it over the right a little bit, or shoot a little higher," just little things like that.
That's cool.
That's so far.
Yeah. So I remember I was talking to one of our assistant coaches last year, and I think I was like 2 for my last 27 from 3 going through it. And I was like, before the game I was talking to Bo. I was like, "Don't worry, tonight we're good. My brother fixed me." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, he told me everything I needed to do." I think I went like 6 for 8 from 3. He was like, "Tell your brother to keep texting."
That's amazing. I mean, he's got a place to land after.
For sure.
He's smart.
That's cool.
He's smart.
Was it that conversation with your brother when you were in college about the NBA? Is that when you were like, "Okay, I can play in the league"? Like, when did you say like, "I'm an NBA player, I'm going for this"? Or was that when you were a kid? I don't know.
I mean, I always had like delusional confidence.
Sure.
Delusional
confidence. The weirdest story was like, I was like I said, from a town of 1,000 people, there's nothing to do. So you hunt, you fish, you do all the country stuff. And I remember I don't remember this, but my mom's best friend at the time took me hunting one day, and we were sitting there talking, and she was like, "What do you want to do?" Like, I'm probably 9 years old. And she was like, "What do you want to do when you get older?" And I was like, "Oh, I want to play in the NBA." And she was like, "You mean the MLB?" And I was like, "No, I want to play in the NBA." And she was like, it was the craziest thing, because she was like, "You played, but like you didn't really like actually play." But it really come to reality. I was at Oklahoma, and Lon Kruger followed me out of practice one day, and
what is so goddamn good God Almighty dog?
Told me, he was like, "I think you can be a first round
we got
pick."
the God Almighty
And,
dog.
you know, he's been around basketball for forever. He's Coach Buddy, Trey, Blake. I don't know, he didn't coach Blake, but, you know, seeing all this basketball that
was he at Florida too? Like, bunch of pros everywhere.
So he's seen everything, and once he said that, I was like, "Oh, like I got a chance."
Like, where do you think that like the delusional confidence come from? I'd
like to hear more about that. And also, like, how did it then manifest? Like,
I really don't know, because
we've seen a lot of delusional
for sure
people that it actually didn't go the way they thought it should go.
Yeah, but there's like a delusional confidence, but also like I still like maintain like real life. Like I don't go outside
Attached to
that.
reality.
Yeah. I still have some.
I gotta
reality.
work.
Exactly. I don't know though, because like growing up, like I said, it didn't matter what it was. Like I never beat my brother in anything. He would beat me as bad as he possibly could one-on-one. Then we'd go home, we'd play cards, we'd play video games, like we'd play. And my parents were the same way. They didn't let me win anything. It was no like poor Austin, let him win one. Like I never won anything. So like I learned to hate losing more than I love to win. Right. So like it was like do whatever you can to get a dub. Because I remember the first time I beat him in one-on-one, I took off running, I ran in the house. I was probably like 12 or so, and he let me shoot wide open shots. He was like, you can't make enough shots to beat me. And I got hot, and I ran in the house. He was so pissed. I was screaming. My mom was like, what's going on? But yeah, I really don't know where it came from. Yeah. It's just there.
Yeah, I think I was so far from the NBA, it wasn't even funny, right? But I feel like I always thought like I'm willing to do the work. If I do it for a year, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, where could I be? Yeah. And so that was always my belief system. Was there a part of that for you too, or were you just like, I just love to play, I want to keep playing?
AR-15, boy.
I just love to play. And I was just gonna see how far I could go. Like I didn't think I'd play Division I basketball. Like I thought I would end up going Division II, playing with my brother.
Why?
I didn't have I was.
But what do you think it was about your game or your environment experience that was like? Because you end up obviously getting D1 offers. What was the gap there for you in your environment?
I didn't play AAU, but I played 1 year AAU.
Exposure.
Yeah, I think that was the main thing. And then you look at me now and you're still like, you can't play basketball. But you looked at me then, I was 6'5", probably 165, super skinny. And that was a lot of the feedback we got from coaches was he's not big enough, he's not strong enough, he's not athletic enough. But they make weights for a reason, so I don't know.
That's good. Yeah, I mean it's everyone's journey is different, right? It's
absolutely.
It's crazy how everyone has a completely different journey, how disparate they could be. But like, did you think was, because you got to college, like I watched your clips in college, and I'm like, that's a pro. Why do you think you weren't a first round pick? Like, do you think in your heart at the time you're like,
you know why?
I'm not allowed to say it.
I can.
Okay.
I know why.
I can.
And I wasn't trying to put you on the spot.
Because they look at the book by its cover.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, but these GMs, bro, I don't know what it be, bro. But you be seeing the 5s, mother effers, and they still don't draft them. Would it be though? Like no bullshit. Like, bro, why y'all see the best player on the team? Excuse me. Y'all still don't draft that player, bro. You worrying about the wrong shit, bro. Like, bro.
I saw the talent.
Yeah.
That's not that guy that I'm seeing is he's not an undrafted. There's no way that guy goes undrafted. Like
undrafted.
But it's come on, man.
Well, I think the draft too is you got your top 15 players or whatever the lottery is, and then after that I feel like teams just try to hit home runs.
Right.
And then my age I was 22, I think, coming out. So they're like,
especially in your era, analytics definitely.
Exactly. So it's like go young, go athletic. Yeah. And I wasn't either of that, but I could help somebody win.
Obviously.
Yes, indeed.
For sure.
And was there like a
LeBron for sure. Oh yeah, for sure. Looking at
when I was trying to like get there, I was thinking like maybe I'm not fast enough. That was for you. Was that it? Fast or strength or what?
Everything. There was many times I was like, I got to get stronger, I got to get faster, got to get more athletic. But I realized real quick that if you can think the game, you can kind of negate some of that. Obviously, I wish I had that.
Do you remember all 58 guys that was drafted?
No, I don't.
In your draft?
I don't give a damn.
You don't give a damn?
Nope, I don't. Do not.
That's what makes you who you are, I swear.
Yeah.
Too busy.
I definitely I would remember every last one of them. Tear their ass up every time I
don't
play
even think
them.
I knew some of them.
Never heard of them.
They're definitely not around anymore.
Yeah.
What year is this for you now? 5?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah. They definitely not around.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yep.
This guy's in the first round from probably 5 years ago. That's probably not.
For
I'll have to
sure.
look at that. What was that, the 21 draft?
Yeah, I think so. There's some good players though.
Yeah.
It's a good draft.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I said I would have busted that. Oh my God, imagine Brian get picked number 1. Oh my God, LeBron would have been dope. You heard what he just said? Oh my God, good God Almighty, dog.
You know?
5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. They definitely not around.
Oh, yeah,
Tear their ass
go
up
back on
every
that.
time I play. I would remember every last one of them. Tear their ass up every time
I
I
don't
play
even think
them.
I knew some of them.
Never heard of them.
They're definitely not around anymore.
Yeah.
What year is this for you now?
5. Yeah, 5.
Yeah. They definitely not around.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yep.
This guy's in the first round from probably 5 years ago. That's probably not.
For
I'll have to
sure.
look at that. What was that, the 21 draft?
Yeah, I think so. There's some good players though.
Yeah.
It's a good draft.
Who's number 1?
There's nothing
It had to
like
been somebody with
exclusive
it.
access to unique
Was Kate? No. What was Kate in that draft? Was Kate in that draft? I don't know who's in that draft.
If you listen to this show, you're probably not satisfied with hot adjustments, the strategic decisions, clock down specific.
We're skipping this. I don't care. I don't
Taking
care.
part in the game.
Okay.
To DraftKings, Russ, our rebet bets in-game for Kings to $200.
Yo, Steve Nash.
Like a
LeBron.
little mini camp in Vegas.
What's going
And
on,
obviously
bro?
you got signed to a contract early. When was it you're like, oh, I belong?
Um,
And did you think before you got the contract, you're like, oh, I belong? Or was it like more like in the season?
No, I mean the Vegas thing was the first step. Was
yeah.
like, but then again, like it is the middle of the summer. It was playing 3-on-3, so it's different. But then opening night, we played Golden State. Got literally my first ever like any level, anything DMP. Didn't play.
First time
ever.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? Like I didn't.
So you went in the game like, I'm going to play.
I thought that I should have.
Yeah.
But
from camp, preseason, you're like, I'm going to play.
But like I understood why. But then game 2, we played Phoenix and we were getting beat by like 30 going into the 4th, and Frank was like, "Yeah, go ahead." And out the gate,
Reaves.
we made a run, and after that, it was kind of just.
You were in the rotation.
Yeah. So I mean, there was a little stint towards the end of the year where I wasn't playing great. Got a couple more DMPs, but basically from there on out was in rotation consistently.
Especially like you don't get those DMPs late, but you've already shown over the course of the year, and like more work, more time. You're like, I'm doing this.
Yeah, and I remember, I think it was, we got eliminated from the playing game, and we were in Phoenix. We played Phoenix the night before, and I think we stayed, and we were about to go somewhere, and somehow Summer League got brought up, and someone had said something to him or asked him something about Summer League, if I should play Summer League, and he was like, no, just get in the gym all summer and just grind. And I was like, oh, perfect. I don't have to play bad basketball and just focus on myself.
Yeah, it's a lot of bad basketball Summer League.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. I get it.
Yeah, it's a necessary thing, but
It's a
it's
necessary
not
thing,
for everybody.
But it was not for him. No, not the way he was trending.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to go out there and waste those few weeks where you could be using those for locking in on what he needs to be locking in on.
Nigga, Brown basically the coach game. Nigga basically GM. Nigga said, no, you don't gotta play. Nigga, that's a player. What? He made his decision? Is that what I just heard? Am I tripping? Or am I tripping? Look at that.
Actually working.
Yeah.
Nigga, y'all already know this.
Early where you were like, I know the wiggle and
I'm
stuff,
telling,
but
like, we don't
with
know
that
this
first
already.
year,
We already
you like,
know.
I see this.
Look at
Yeah, I mean, it didn't take long for me. Like, it does not take long for me when it comes to talent, for me to recognize talent, but also like, I like IQ.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I gravitate towards faster than anything. Everyone's talented in the NBA. Everyone has talent. Don't matter if you're the 15th guy, two-way guy, rookie, 15th year guy. It doesn't matter. Everyone has talent. We're all here for a reason. But what my basketball mechanism and hard drive attached to is guys that know how to play the game. And it's a reason why, like he's saying, he, came into the league or whatever, he was 6'5", 180, whatever the case may be, bulked up a little bit now, but it's a reason why he's not the fastest, not the most athletic, but he's averaging 25 a game.
Yeah.
And playing at a high level. And at any given night, he's number one on the opposing team's depth chart of this is what we got to take away. Mm-hmm. Once you start getting at that level, once you start being on opposing team's depth chart of like
scout,
we got you got Luka, AR, me, we got to take this away. If we can't give him no airspace, we can't give him no, I could see the talent there, but also saw the knowledge of the game and the willingness to want to work. Mm-hmm. And if you working, bro, if you working,
IQ and work and talent, skill.
I can't, how can I not love you? Mm-hmm. How can I not love you? I just my makeup.
Tell me about the playmaking. Were you in high school? Were you a playmaker as well, or were you more of a scorer?
No, playing alongside my brother my freshman year and sophomore year, he took the majority of shots. So my job
was to get him the ball.
Yeah, my job.
Get him the ball. Get out the way.
That year we actually played like an actual white team. We ran set after set. Yeah. We would get him threes after threes after threes.
An actual white team.
Yeah, and then he left, and we.
What shoes are these? I ain't gonna lie, this bitch is not. Them bitches hard.
Threes after threes.
An actual white team.
Yeah, and then he left, and we just started running. We was like, we're gonna press and run.
That's cool.
But yeah, no, it was.
Are you looking at me?
I always wanted to be a point guard.
Yeah. Did you ever play point like in any of those stages? Like your freshman year, were you point for your brother? Or was it just more like,
I was basically point guard from when I started playing basketball till I went to college. And then, going to college, you run into guys that are 3 or 4 years older than you, more physically gifted and better players at the time. And I never had a problem with buying into a role
look at
to
Reaves'
help
college
the team
bro.
be successful.
I know I said it earlier.
My freshman year, I think I scored 4 points a game. I might have played 11 minutes a game. And then it just kind of trended, forward after that. Sophomore year, got more time, was, able to be myself a little more, but it was still all about what I could do to help us win. I felt like we had a really good team my sophomore year at Wichita State. We were, I think, preseason 3rd in the country. We had a really, really good team, but that all came crumbling down. We got beat first round of the tournament. But yeah, it was from then on out, like I understood that I'm going to run into guys that are better than me.
Yeah.
Like it's no different than in the NBA. Like there's going to be times on a night basis where him and Luka's got it going. Like what can I do to, plug and play and help our team win? I think that's the beautiful thing about basketball is you don't have to go out and score 30 to affect the game. You can do a lot of things.
When you were a freshman averaging 4 a game, you used to I'm the best
be looking
out
at
here.
points
Like,
so
I
much.
found everybody in practice.
You knew it.
Yeah.
Word.
So it was like a matter of fitting into what the coach was expecting and all that.
Yeah, I mean, the last thing I wanted to do was, step on the wrong foot and not play. Like
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was
because a lot of guys, if they're frying everyone in practice and they're getting put in a box,
it wasn't easy.
No, I know, but like that's a strength.
Yeah,
to say like I can play this game. Like I'll you want to put me in this box? I'll stay in the box, but I also am not gonna lose confidence. I'm gonna survive this battle. I'll fight another day. Like there's a resilience to that that's impressive. Because I think like it's interesting to hear you go through those times because you watch you play now and you see like the breadth of skills you have. It's almost like, man, what were we waiting for?
We have got to the point where
come on now.
build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is Base 44. This is a first look at the current industry-leading AI app builder. And you wouldn't believe the kind of apps that people are creating. Smart nutrition apps.
And I also want to know, who, obviously you had your older brother, along the ride, but who inspired your game? Like, who inspired your game?
Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player ever was Kobe, as you know. It was There was not really any
Nobody you were like, I want to play like.
Not really. Like
So where you
I
get
always
that shit from?
But
Like,
I always felt like I was different. Like I played differently than everybody else growing up
in your town.
Yeah, like I was, because like people would be like, it's crazy. Like you're psycho. Like the way you play basketball is not normal.
Oh, okay.
And so like it was
Give me
just
an
with
example.
the freedom.
Like what things were you doing that people are like, what are you doing?
I remember one of my brother's best friends he was 2 years older than me, and he went to a different school, probably 45 minutes away, and we would play them. And he was really, really good high school player. And I was in 8th grade at the time. I was about to be a 9th grader, and he was like, we were playing him the next year, and he was like, "You have no chance. Like, I'm gonna take it from you every time." And I will say, still to this day, sometimes it don't look the best, but like I have full confidence that I'm not going to lose the ball. Like, especially, dribbling, whatever. Like, I feel like, like I said, it might not look normal.
So he thought you were doing too much with the ball.
Yeah, a lot of people did growing up. Like, even my parents would be like, you need to calm down a little bit. But I was like, it feels natural.
It feels natural. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so then I got out of my town and I seen other people really play. I was like, oh, this isn't actually that crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
What excited me about playing basketball was like being creative, being expressive, trying shit, like trying
That's the game, right?
try to beat your guy, like try to get there.
Yeah.
Find a solution when you get there, like all that stuff, like that. It was never exciting to me, though I wanted to learn the fundamentals. I wanted to be fundamentally sound.
For sure.
It was never exciting to me, like come off this pin down and know when to fade and when to curl. Like that, okay, I got that. You know what I mean? Like I got that. But when can I break my man down and get in the guts and make a play? Like that was what made me want to play basketball every single day.
For sure.
Right? You felt the same.
Yeah, no, me and my brother agree on a lot of things. And he would, in high school, he would ask me, he'd be like, do you ever know what you're gonna do? And I was like, no, like I'm not dribbling down the court thinking like, I mean, obviously I'm reading defense, whatever, but like if I see somebody in front of me, it's not like I'm gonna go and be like, oh, I'm gonna hang across. If I hang and he bites on it, I'll figure something out after that. Like there's no nothing's predetermined. Like nothing's predetermined. And we talked about it a couple years ago. Like those are I feel like the hardest people to guard because like you literally, you're not watching scout and it's like, oh, he does this.
He goes left every time.
When he goes right, he's going to cross back or he's going to go between. There's no telling what I'm doing.
One of the things I think, but I mean, that's where offenses have gone. Like we're not running sets. We're just trying to play out a ghost game and multiple actions, play fast, quick decisions. So
play fast.
All those advantages. I mean, literally half the league's opening the funnel so we can just go and set the transition. So, because it's harder to guard than if we run Fenerbahce's greatest hits.
For sure.
We're just going to switch all that.
What does it say? Greatest hits? Team known for confidence.
Back to an ISO. So it's interesting that it took us a while to come around to that part being like, that's the heart of the game is can you beat your man, create an advantage? Which is, it's fun. That's fun to watch. I think one of the things that you are either the best in the league at, or use the best is the behind the back dribble.
Yeah, I've heard some people's given me credit on that.
Yeah, his rap game is crazy.
Yeah.
The step rap, you just fuck somebody.
But you've done that all since you were a kid?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Because I think you use it to attack. You also use it to reset.
Yeah.
So you get stuck, they catch your first move. Sometimes it's a wrap to win, to get downhill. Sometimes it's a wrap to reset.
Yeah.
And then you can hang. When you hang dribble, they got to close and you do your thing again.
Else. Yeah.
And so I don't know that do you think anyone in the league uses it as well?
Well, this is definitely not a conversation for me. You two, when they come.
He didn't need to.
Yeah, right. They use the behind the back dribble like that. I mean, not off the top of my head.
I think Luka actually used it really well, but more to get to a step back.
Yeah, get to a step back.
A lot of people do it.
Who does it a lot? You could say, what's it called? Especially not.
when they have 2 feet set.
You do it in the middle of the stride.
I can have 1 foot in front.
Yep.
And
It gives
I
me
remember,
Jamal Crawford
yeah,
vibes.
Well,
Maul used to kind of do it as well without
yeah.
having feet set, without he could just
improvise and go behind the back.
but no deceleration too. He's still accelerating at the
Yes.
same.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so unique too. He can come down full speed,
100%.
rap, and still be accelerating towards the
Chicken
basket.
rap. That's what it's called.
that to
Chicken
me
rap.
is- that's the
That's
way
why he said chicken
it
rap.
is. It's
Somebody
explained that
watch
you can
Bobby
use
say
it
chicken rap.
to go, you can use it to hang, you can use it to retreat.
Yeah.
Like you use it in any way, and like think that's the thing. Some people, like you said, do it when their feet are planted.
Yeah.
You could also do it on the move.
for sure.
Both ways.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch because
That's tough.
it's fun to watch because it is improvisational. You're never like, I'm going to go behind the back,
No.
right? It's like you're
Yeah.
get out of jail.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember Phil Handy. It was either my first or second year. We worked on a lot of the stuff, obviously, but he kept telling me, he was like, you're one of the few people in the NBA that can actually change directions on 1 foot. Like you can have 1 foot out in front of the other, and either behind the back or cross or any. And he told me that's what he worked with Kyrie a lot with, because he can do everything. But just the ability to change direction with not a perfect, base.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun to watch. Like it's like you mentioned Kai, but like guys that are able to do things slightly different all the time, the improvisation.
Yeah.
Then you add the playmaking. I think one of the things about your game that is
You do that.
beautiful to me is your finishing rate is really high. So you get in the gaps, but you finish at a high level. Not to be rude.
No,
It's
obviously,
not because
yeah.
you're challenging people at the rim, but you have a high foul rate. You can play in the middle. You have a midi game, float game, layup game, playmaking game. So I'll relate this to me. I think why I was efficient is because I could pass and score and at different things, so I could play off each other.
Yeah.
So I didn't have to go. It wasn't all or nothing when you get in the gaps. I could be like, oh, I can beat it in the backboard. I get my layup. I got to take the run. I can spray it out. I can play. I can draw, score, and draw. So that allows you to
For sure.
be a high efficiency finisher, because it's not every time I got in, I got to challenge dudes at the rim.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like you said, the craftiness to be able to get fouled, like shot fake, step throughs, all that. Like I would feel like, I mean, it's kind of like guarding Luka in a sense of you.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing that.
Have to be physical with him because he's obviously really strong, but
It's a bad shot.
he has
We
every
made that,
pass, his shot fake, and you don't want to foul him. So at the end of the day, like trying to guard all three of those things is tough.
I think. I mean, obviously,
Can't be doing that shit, bro. Get prepared for the playoffs, yeah. Can't do that shit in the playoffs.
you did this in a million ways, but I think it's a great lesson for young players to understand. Like like you don't have to be like, I'm an elite finisher. You have to be able to think, I have options.
Yeah.
I can play cat and mouse. I hit the pocket pass, and then later they don't want to give up the pocket pass. You attack. It might be a floater, it might be a layup, it might be a dribble under.
I'm gonna do part 2 on stream.
The guy early comes from the corner, playing cat and mouse, getting guys to know.
Alright, man. If you're new to the channel, this is part 1. I'm gonna do a part 1 on stream later. Well, not later, in like 30 minutes. So I'm gonna be live in 30 minutes. But part 2, I should call it. Yeah, that's like 20. Yeah, 20. Okay. Part 2 will be on. We'll watch part 2 once I start stream. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe. It's your boy Fast Money, and I'm out. Peace.